Welcome children to the Kakatiyas. You can find here Kirti Toranam, which is built by the Kakatiyas king in Warangal. So we are going to learn the important Kakatiyas kings, Rudrama Devi, Nayankara system, encouragement to agriculture and temples, trade, and the end of the Kakatiyas. And you may have listened to many stories relating to Brahma Naidu, Sammakka Sarakka, and Kotam Raju. So let us learn today how the Kakatiya kingdom arose in Warangal. 1000 to 1350 CE, it is very important period. And in India, we are finding new ruling families emerging. And the kings and the warriors were constantly fighting against each other to establish a kingdom. So in this situation, the Kakatiya kingdom, it arose in Warangal. And in we are having many inscriptions in Telugu and Sanskrit which are talking about the Kakatiyas. And Srimad Andhra Mahabharatam, it is the first poetical work in Telugu, which was composed by Kavitrayam, the trinities of poets Nannaya, Tikkanna, and Erra Pragada. And we are finding large number of inscriptions at Bayaram and Thousand Pillar Temple and Nagulapadu and other places where we find inscriptions which are talking about the activities of the king, queens, chiefs, families. So we are having a number of books which are written in Sanskrit and Telugu. And one among them is Vidyanath, who wrote Prataparudra Yashobhushanam, and you are having also some other inscriptions. Here Kakatiya's favorite language was Telugu, and most of the inscriptions are written in Telugu, and they call themselves as Andhra Raja. And these Kakatiyas were the people who tried to unite the three regions in which Telugu was spoken. At present, the coastal region, Telangana region, and Rayalaseema region. And Kakatiya's kings, they tried to build a Telugu regional consciousness among us. Some of the important Kakatiya rulers are Rudradeva, Ganapati Deva, Rudrama Devi, and Prataparudra. Now, Kakatiya's dynasties. Kakatiyas were the brave warriors, and there was Samantas of Rashtrakutas and Chalukya's kings who were ruling in Karnataka, and they held the post of village heads called Rathadis. And as well they gained power, they declared themselves as king in Hanumakonda in Telangana. And during Rudradeva rule, he shifted the capital from Hanumakonda to Orugallu or at present Warangal. And Rudradeva, he built a big fort, a tank and a temple called Thousand Pillar Temple in Hanumakonda. And you can see the picture of the court, and it is having three rings. So we have three rings, and these are built with walls, and in the first ring we have a wall that protects the agricultural land and several water tanks within it, and we can find the artisans. Then we have the other ring, the inner ring, and the third ring where you find the kings. And we are having four main gates in the four directions, and in the middle you are having the temple of Swayambhuva Shiva. And the city was divided into several quarters or vadas. Now let us know about Rudrama Devi. Now, Rudrama Devi, she is one of the brave women ruler who ruled in South India. And Rudrama Devi, she ruled from Orugallu and belongs to the famous Kakatiyas family. And she was a powerful and successful ruler who impressed one and all with her bravery. She ruled nearly for 27 years. A famous traveler from Italy called Marco Polo visited Rudramadevi's kingdom and said that she was fearless, dressed herself like a man, and rode the horse with ease. And Rudrama Devi was called as Rudradeva Maharaja. And during that time also, in the north, we had another woman ruler called Razia Sultana. And Razia Sultana, she faced much opposition from her chiefs and at last she lost her life. In the same way, Rudrama Devi also faced many opposition, but with her father, she was able to suppress all of them. Rudrama Devi and her grandson Prataparudra, they faced many revolts and they took several steps to control the chiefs. And Kashyapa Ambadeva, one of the subordinates, he revolted against her, and in the war, Rudrama Devi had lost her life. Now you can see the inner fort of the Kakatiyas kingdom. And one of the famous system which they followed is Nayankara system. This system was followed by Rudramadevi and Prataparudra. They encouraged several skilled warriors who were not from any powerful family but who were very obedient to the king and the queen. And they gave them a high post and called them as Nayakas. They allotted them a village and gave them the authority to collect tax and to maintain an army. And these villages were called as Nayankara. And these Nayakas, they depend upon the king or the queen and they remained very obedient to them and they were transferred from one village to another village. And this system is called as Nayankara system. Coming to agriculture, lot of importance was given to agriculture. The Kakatiyas, they brought large tracts of land under cultivation by digging tanks and wells. And apart from the members of the loyal family and other families, the rich section of the society as a merchants, they also developed a lot of money they gave for developing agriculture and for the construction of tanks also. So this enabled the extension of cultivation to the difficult regions of Telangana and Rayalaseema. Temples. We find lot of temples which were built during Kakatiyas like the Ramappa temple, the thousand pillar temple. Here we find even the women members also donating money and land to the temples. And Muppamba and Mallamma are the famous women who donated lot of land to the temples. Okay, children, now let us see trade. Kakatiyas had lot of trade. The warriors, chiefs, and kings they derived a large portion of the income by taxing traders, especially those who were engaged in overseas trade from the ports. The end of the Kakatiyas. A new king arose in the Delhi, and he belonged to the Delhi Sultans, and they defeated Prataparudra. Sultan Muhammad bin Tughlaq, he was able to defeat Kakatiya's Prataparudra and in this way the Kakatiya kingdom has come to an end. Thank you children.